Hello, this is Jasmine de Charlie, and I'm doing a new moon reading for this month, 24th of January, and it's our first new moon of this year and this decade. I was excited to do the full moon one not so long ago on the Cancer full moon eclipse. And that would still be linked in to the energies that are happening at the moment, and with the new moon that is coming up. So the new moon is on the 24th of Jan, and it's happening here in our London time around about uh, nine just after 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you have anything at 4 degrees of Aquarius, if there's anything on there, that will be activated. If you've got 4 degrees on any other area of your chart where it may make an aspect, then that will be activated too. Now, the interesting thing with this new moon is that it will be making a square to Uranus. I love Uranus. Now, any of you who are watching this, if you have been through in your life, if you have been through a situation where you went through a period where like you get lightning, like tornado or lightning that strikes, that kind of experience, and everything shatters. Everything's because when lightning hits something, there's a shattering experience. We can have that in our life. We can go through like a shattering experience, just out of the blue, like a sudden bolt hitting us and coming in, and just like everything going all over the place. So this does happen in our lives, and Uranus is the planet that is responsible for this, okay? But Uranus is the planet that really shakes everything up in order to wake us up, in order to move us through rigidity, limitations, our fears, all sorts of things, our chains, shackles, whatever's holding us back. So Uranus is the planet that will really, really elevate us and move us through all of those things. So like, what has your theme been since the full moon of Cancer? What has your story been since the full moon of Cancer and the eclipse that happened? There was a surge of stuff that would have come up because it's to do with the home, it's to do with the family, it's to do with the past. So home, family, past, all those things would have been connected. Some kind of pattern, some kind of theme, and whatever things have been coming up now with the new moon in Aquarius and the square that it makes to Uranus, there is now this feeling of really, really wanting to just, let go, just break free, because that is another really strong word linked to Uranus: freedom. Freedom, from what it was that was holding you back. Freedom is really, really important in this new moon, where wherever like Aquarius is, wherever Uranus is in your chart, and the planetary alignments that it makes throughout your chart. So there is this real urge to want to free yourself and move into your higher self, because Uranus is also linked to our higher self, and I always feel that it's the connection that elevates us to our higher spiritual self, and that's why we have to go through these like episodes of awakening, because Uranus is the awakener. And with this square to the new moon that is happening, there is some area of us, you would already be feeling the effects, because I always find that when full moons or new moons come, the effects already start a good week or so before, maybe even long, much before that, but definitely a week leading up to it. The energies are like so strong, and we feel like our whole vibration, our consciousness, beginning to change. So what is it? What is it within us that we are wanting to awaken? Where is it the air? What is the area that we are seeking freedom? What is it that our life is looking for, searching for, where we want to create some kind of revolution, with ourselves, within ourselves, our outer life. Where is it? Uranus is also an outer planet, so it actually would, affect, the outer world, generational level, generational, on a generational level. So and the thing is, Aquarius is also a humanitarian sign, and so with this, we could see the startup of some new inventions being created for the good of humanity. And the ideas, whether some people are going to come up with brilliant ideas for new inventions for a much better world, a much better earth, globally, because Aquarius is the sign of humanitarian, and Uranus put together with that, it is the ruler of Aquarius, and together they will work in harmony to create that good for all on a humanitarian level kind of feeling or project or whatever the invention is. But it could be something we might want to reinvent within ourselves, some area of ourselves that needs to be reinvented. And definitely so, with as I said, the recent full moon in Cancer, looking at our emotions and where we're heading with ourselves. And we still have the Pluto, because on the 22nd, sorry, on the 12th of January, we had the Pluto Saturn conjunction. They're still in conjunction, they're still very close. And that's when they came exact. I actually had a wonderful day that day. So many people were like looking to see what major things were going to happen. But I found that, like for me, when Pluto and Saturn came conjunct on that Sunday, I had a brilliant day. Everything just, oh, because Saturn is very much like practical, and it's sort of is like the builder. I was actually teaching that day, and I had a day where everything went so smoothly in terms of the practical steps throughout the day. And I started with a, new, I had a new group, and everything was just brilliant. I loved that day. I really enjoyed that day. It was just amazing. Yeah, so it was, I think following on from the Cancer full moon, where I had obviously things had been coming up for me, which I had been working through. And because of working through those issues and things that were coming up for me, I realized that, when the Saturn Pluto came conjunct, I was able to be more in, my authentic power, be more of who I am, which is what also Uranus, will want us to do, because, Uranus is about our authenticity. It's our originality, our individualism. It's our genuine authenticity, who we are. So with this new moon, obviously squaring Uranus, it will challenge you in some way to let go and release even more so that you enter into a better state, a better sense of freedom on lots of levels. Okay. But it's all for the good, so if there is this breaking down feeling that is going on around you at the moment, good will come of that, because it's kind of like you begin to see things with a much more insight and clarity, and it's almost like you start to feel and sense your individuality much more, because sometimes we can lose ourselves in roles that we play, for other people, whether it be, a partner, a parent, a carer, whatever it might be, the roles that we play. Sometimes we can just become so merged into those roles that we can lose our own sense of who we are, our individuality. So this new moon in Aquarius is actually offering us the opportunity to step back into the best version of ourselves in terms of our authenticity and our individuality, as well as some form of reinvention, whether that is on a personal level or things that, as I said, we are trying to create and put out there on a much more humanitarian level. Okay. Right, so that is it from me regarding the new moon coming up in Aquarius on the 24th of January, and hope you enjoyed the insights, and please do share, like, subscribe, and let me know how the new moon panned out for you. How did it work for you in the comments below? I'll be back soon. Okay, take care, and speak to you on the next full moon or new moon, or if there's any other planetary aspect reading that I decide to do in between. But don't forget to check out some of my other videos, like there are in my playlists. There's a yoga series, and there are other things related to my books, etc. So just check out some of my other playlists too. Okay, I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening. Bye.